What's going on, everybody? Keith here, Two Guys How To. June's with me. We're getting dirty again, and we're working on another Ford F350. Just routine maintenance and different things as winter time's rolling in. And so on this particular truck, you can see where it's a work truck. They just use it for work, and it never quite goes into park unless you lift this plunger up. All right, so we're down under the truck on this F350. It's got this automatic transmission. There's the pan. And there's your linkage right there above this little black electrical connection box, and you can see it's got that clip right there that it's like a yellowish tan clip, and it's a bunch of little teeny teeth on that black part that slides back and forth on that clip, and you can see how that clip is indented at the bottom right there. Can you hold this just like that, June? And let me see if I can poke with it. You see how this clip goes up inside here? That means that clip is locked in, and you got these little teeny teeth right here the whole way up. So you can move this cable front or back. Going back towards the back of the truck is in park. Going that way, if you showed no stainless cable right here, shifter arm part, that would be all the way down in first or second gear or whatever. So what we want to do is we want to kind of make sure we adjust this so it's got little teeny clips on the side here. You got to take this screwdriver and kind of go over. It's hard to film, and you can see it moving right there. If you can see this right in there, and you want to gently just pull back on it. So if you pull that back and you wiggle this, I'm holding the light too, you see how it's snapped up right there, and there's no crater anymore. That little dimple is gone. So now we can move this linkage however we want. Whoops, and I actually just put it into gear. Make sure you chalk the tires or whatever. So I'm actually gonna have June go up top. We're gonna slide this all the way back, and then I'm gonna pull this down. If I pull this down, sometimes you gotta, once again, pull this a little bit like that out, and then wiggle this and slide it down. You see how it drops down? We want it up. That way we can get this, the plunger up there, the shifter arm, it's called the plunger, will be all the way in park like this. And we'll now hold it there, and June will hold it up top, and then we'll clip this, bring this clip back down to where it shows that little belly button in there. So it's a two-person deal. You can do it while I'm filming it, so it's a two-person, but if not, you can do it by yourself. Just make sure you chalk the tires. Don't break this clip right here. And we're gonna go ahead and set this thing and show you up top to see if the plunger, the actual shifter arm, and the needle up there is showing park on the thing, and it runs through the gears. We'll do a test drive and see if that solves the problem from this popping out of gear. Yeah, we're in park. Okay, so June's up top, and you can see how much of this linkage arm is exposed. He's got it all the way in park, and park pushes that lever this way. And what I did is I held this up like this, and I pulled that snap piece down until it showed that little belly button right in there, and it locks it on those little teeny teeth. I'm actually going to probably order a new cable. It seems like it's locked in pretty good, but they get worn out. I'm going to spray some WD-40 in here and kind of grease everything up, make sure. But it's in park now. It can't come out unless he moves that plunger out of the lock position, pulls it back, and then drops it to reverse. So go ahead and go into reverse there, June. And that's one click there. And then go to neutral. Okay, and go to second. Huh? And can you go all the way to first? Yeah. So it's staying locked in. The teeth are doing what they're supposed to. It's a weird little clip. Sometimes these brackets can get rusted out and you run into problems. So if yours isn't staying in gear, just double check these brackets, especially if it's a plow truck or something. You know, these little hold-ins right here that hold this cable in can get beat up and crack off, and then it'll allow it to not be tight here and slide. So just double check all of your stuff and make sure you got that crater in there. So let's get up top. I think we're where we need to be, and we're gonna run it up the road. If this isn't set right, you're gonna be running around in second gear, dogging the transmission out. You're not gonna have any power going up the hills because it's not gonna be running through first, second, third, and then into that overdrive button on that plunger control up there. So let's get up top and see if it worked. It starts good. It's going into reverse. So everything's lining up. It's a little bit off, but I think the cable's just worn out. We're a little bit past first. a little bit past second, a little bit past drive, a little bit past neutral, a little bit past reverse. It's not all the way in park, but you know what? I know it's all the way in just from me adjusting underneath, so I'm going to leave it alone until we get a new cable in, but just adjusted it, ran fine like that. We tried to adjust it to get it into park before, and we had it lined up in park, but the thing is when you parked it, it would click out of park and start rolling back in reverse, going tick, 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 and which is very dangerous. So my theory is if it's not broke, don't fix it. If you do try to fix it, I would get a new cable. But most importantly, make sure that it's going into every gear, because if it's not going in the gear right and you're running up the road, you're going to burn that transmission up. So that's a quick, easy way. I showed you how to adjust the cable. Whether you get a new cable or not, you're still going to have to adjust it, but just open up those tabs on the side and push it up. When it's totally flat like that, without that little crater belly button, you know it can be moved. So when you want to lock it in, you just pull it down and make sure it's locked in and jiggle everything, and you're good to go. So I'm out of here. Keith, Two Guys How To. It's getting ready to snow, and we got to get all the the plow trucks ready to roll. So check the other videos out. I am out of here. Later. What's up, Iggy? Talk to him before I shut the video down. Oh yeah. Yep. You're not a pig, you're a lawyer. He's not a pig, he's a lawyer.